US, Zulu and South Africa Tourism want to spend 1 billion rands sponsoring Tottenham Hotspur. This is to market a country without jobs, a country with load shedding, a country full of potholes, unsafety everywhere, a country with low problems. Now tell me, is this successful first involved, or is it another way of looting the country? Well guys, I'm about to play you a video which came with the answer from the tourism ministry, and you have to listen for yourself what they have to give as an explanation, or should I say an excuse, about how they have to go ahead and spend this money on tourism activities. Let's have a watch.
So let me look straight into camera and say this to all South Africans. The money that's invested in tourism is not the same money that's required for energy. It's not the same amount of money that is required for potholes. There are other departments that are dedicated and are given that mandate by legislation. Our legislated mandate is not about that. Our legislated mandate is about persuading international people to travel into the country and spend money in our economy. And that is what we will stick to, whether it is through this initiative or any other initiative. But that is what we are mandated to do, that is what we're paid to do, and that is what we will continue to do until we're told otherwise. So I just wanted to place that particular context for what we're going to discuss, which is the topical issue on the table.
Now tell me, when all this get in the ears of South African, especially in the world of politics, people went insane, people went crazy. People are asking for more even details. Have seen this. That is Musi, my man, tweeted saying that still don't understand why political principals don't come and account their department. Citizens don't vote for CO, DG or directors, cultures of political impunities. Many more politicians have reacted to this, but according to me, I think what should have been done is that the tourism fund should be allocated to something else. This fund should be allocated somewhere else, instead of them coming and telling you that just because this money, it was allocated to the tourism, then they can go and spend it in how they feel like spending it. Guys, how can you prioritize bringing tourists home when you have energy problem, when you have potholes everywhere, when you have unemployment almost everywhere, when you're having serious problems that you're supposed to be solving? Because all these problems, when you get to look politicians, they'll tell you that no, we don't have money, we don't have that, we don't have that. Yet the money is still going out somewhere to Tottenham. Another money was about to go to a 22 million flag, a flag for 22 million. Still, another money went out, more than 500 billion rand during the COVID-19. If them come back and tell you where is that money, that money, some of people, they've become millionaires, all because it is a money that's supposed to be going to address serious problems. Tell me, how could you persuade tourism to come to South Africa? Once they reach to the Aor Tambo, they get kidnapped and they take their flags to go back to their countries. You can't invite someone to your house if your house is not well clean. So you need to make sure that everything is in order before you get to lance the message out there. Guys, tell me something. Who don't know South Africa today in the world? Everyone knows South Africa. So in order for investors to come and invest their money in South Africa or to visit South Africa, they don't need a football team to come and send the message to them saying that, okay guys, you can go now and visit South Africa. I get to see some people in the same ministry saying that this is the same thing that Rwanda have done with Paris Saint-Germain. Well, that makes sense. But before Rwanda, they get to go and sponsor a football team such as big as a Paris Saint-Germain, they had tried to solve their problems back home. They were not having problem of load shedding. They were not having problem of potholes. Go and visit Rwanda. Like, even when tourists, they had to go in Rwanda, they saw that, yes, indeed, the money we spend buying visa, the money we spend buying ticket to fly over here, all the money that we spent to do this, it was more worth it because they had benefit something. They enjoy their days living in Rwanda. Now, how possible is it that you're going to invite people when you're still having serious problem that you're supposed to be fixing first before you get to invite someone? Who don't know South Africa in the world of today? Who don't know South Africa? Instead of us focusing on things that can make South Africa look good, things that we have lost as a culture that always attract people to come and visit South Africa, no, we don't do so. There are things that made South Africa to drop the number of tourists. And these things, they're the things that we're supposed to address it before we get to advertise out there in the world. And these things, no one, even if this country look beautiful like how, no one will come and visit the country if they know that that place there is a crime. If they know that that place there's a load shedding. So, whether it is the same budget or not, the international tourism have dropped coming to South Africa because of so many factors. Yes. And one of these factors is the safety as a number one. I can't come to a country where there is 6 hours of load shedding as a tourist. What am I going to do there? Where will I be able to visit during the night if there is no electricity anyway? And the insecurity, it is everywhere during the load shedding. You guys, you get to hear him saying that this money, it was allocated for this, it is not the budget and what, giving too much explanation. Okay, fine. But the truth here is that the source of this money, it comes from the government. It is the government who gives this money. And the government, where does the government get money? The government get money from taxpayers, isn't it? So you can't keep on spending this money when this money is needed somewhere else. Instead of taking this amount of money, going to sponsor a football team, take this money, clean the beaches, fix up the potholes, solve up the problem of load shedding. Then you get to see for yourself that these tourists that you are trying to envy, you are trying to go and call them by force, they'll come by themselves because they'll have something good to visit South Africa for. So, the good idea here, since you seem not to have a good things to do with this money, give back this money to the treasury and they'll give it somewhere else, for example, to the ESCOM, so that ESCOM can at least try to solve the problem that they're having. Because it does not make sense, the same government owing ESCOM about 60 billion rand, yet they have money to go and spend on Tottenham Hotspur. It does not make sense. This is the same thing we spoke about last year, where we get to see Minister Mutweta, who have to come also and spend 22 million rands on a flag, 22 million deal on a flag, and he had to go and cancel it after they had put too much pressure on him. This is the same things happening. I don't know whether it is the way that people feel like looting the state money, or this is the way that they feel like they have to spend their monies. Because you can even just look around like, okay, as we still have this money according to our budget, we have not spent it. Can we at least try maybe to help this ministry so that they can try to solve up the problem? At the end of the day, who's going to benefit from this? Isn't it? It's the ANC. Well, guys, let's hope this will be solved out any moment soon. Thank you so much for watching this video. Continue to be yourself. Have respect for everyone in order for you to be respected. I'll see you again very soon. Ciao, ciao.